Hello and welcome to BucTv News. I'm Brian Lehman with your sports update for April 12th, the final sports update of the spring semester. Our lead story on this Monday afternoon continues BucTv News' coverage of the major transition occurring in the men's basketball program. Last Monday, ETSU announced the hiring of Desmond Oliver as the new head coach of the men's basketball program following the resignation of former head coach Jason Shea. In his introductory press conference, Coach Oliver shared his philosophy that small victories lead to big wins, with those small victories coming in areas like performance training, athlete self-care, and academics. He also commented on how he believes an ETSU team can look.
We talk about, getting better defensively and rebounding and so forth, but winning championships, graduating all of our student athletes, and this is just a personal thing for me, is wanting to see our young student athletes compete on men's basketball and be the highest GPA program in our department.
On the court, Coach Oliver wants his team to defend, rebound, run, and execute, which involves mindset and pace of play. To fulfill his vision for the program, Coach Oliver will need strong recruitment, especially after the exodus of athletes the ETSU has seen surrounding the time of Jason Shea's resignation. Local CBS affiliate WJHL reports that 10 players have entered the NCAA transfer portal since mid-March, with some leaving after Shea's March 30th resignation. 4 juniors and 6 freshmen are departing the men's basketball program without accounting for the 4 seniors celebrated at the Bucks' final home game in late February. The team underwent significant turnover last offseason following a record-setting year, and these farther developments have left Coach Oliver with more roster spots empty than filled. Transitioning now to the football program, the 20th-ranked ETSU Buccaneers were dealt a crushing road loss by the Mercer Bears on Saturday, snapping a 3-game winning streak in the final SoCon matchup of the season. Despite significantly outperforming Mercer in total yards, passing yards, and first downs, the Bucs were hurt by 3 turnovers on the day, with a botched screen pass resulting in a fourth-quarter scoop-and score for the Bears. Down 21-6 following that critical error, ETSU later put together an 80-yard touchdown drive to make it a 1-score game, but failed to capitalize on its final offensive possession after the Bucs defense forced a 3-and-out. The 21-13 defeat leaves ETSU with a 4-2 record behind Mercer, Chattanooga, and VMI in the SoCon standings, devastating the Bucs' chances at an at-large postseason bid in the football championship subdivision. ETSU was supposed to face Chattanooga in the Bucs' homecoming game this Saturday, but the Mocs canceled their last 3 games earlier this season, removing a potentially redeeming conference game from the Bucs' schedule. In the ETSU Esports program, scholarship recipient Ash Greenberg spoke with BucTv News' Casey Keeley about female participation in the growing online arena.
You'll get harassed a lot for being a female playing video games, whether it's about what characters you play or what role you play or how well you play them. You're going to be scrutinized for every little thing, but unfortunately, that's just the life. And so if people are doing that in game, you should just report them, try to ignore them, mute them, and just keep trying at it.
Best wishes for Ash as she moves forward into the future. On to men's soccer, the Bucs faced off with the UNC Greensboro Spartans on Saturday in the semifinal round of conference postseason competition. Meeting in the SoCon tournament for the first time since 2016, the Bucs and the Spartans remained deadlocked at 0 for much of the first half before UNCG opened the scoring with a goal in the 37th minute. A third of the way through the second half, the Spartans converted a long-range shot to double their lead, but ETSU freshman Jared Laheda answered in the 71st minute to make the score 2-1 UNCG. Unfortunately for the blue and gold, that tally would end up being the final as the Spartans defense closed out the game and ended the Bucs season. That wraps up our sports coverage for this semester, but we'll bring you our last campus news update on Wednesday. Have a great summer, and thank you for watching. On behalf of BucTv News, I'm Brian Lehman.